Well, all right. And welcome back to Planet Gen X. I'm Sean, and back again with us is my good buddy, Joel. What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Hey, I hear somebody else in the background. Is that Kim I hear?
It is. Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm excellent. It is so excellent to have three people on the podcast and a female perspective as well, because it gets very manly around here, smelly, a lot of testosterone, hair, and stuff like that. So, yeah, we need a real female action on here. So that'll be awesome. Well,
thanks for having us back, by the way.
Yeah, man. Well, we are always happy to have you back, and we thank you so much for joining us. I gotta say, it's been kind of a weird couple weeks since the election's been over. I try and grow a following on X, and I just noticed, like the day after the election, it's no likes, no, comments, and then I'm not really big on Insta scam and face crook, but I do use them for the sake of this show to post and get it hopefully out there among people's eyes. But I'm noticing everywhere, and like the YouTube traffic, man, is just gone. And I was wondering if you've noticed any of this, if Kim's noticed any of this. Is it just me, or am I crazy, or is it like just people left the internet?
I think it's split apart.
Well, I haven't even been doing anything on Facebook and stuff. I've been low key myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know from her perspective, but I can tell you from an official perspective, when I see what I've seen online, politics caused a lot of issues, and you're not wrong. There was a whole lot of self-censorship prior to the election and then during the election, because they didn't want to say what the media always says, which was you've got Russian bots, or you've got this happening here, or they did a big crackdown on social media, and it affected a lot of people. And the election, of course, was polarizing on things like, even in gaming, Twitch got really polarized. You can look at Asan and Asmongold, and there was a whole bunch of controversy there that you don't want to dip into, but it caused a whole lot of advertisers to leave. And it's just political alignment and who you believe in, and things when you overdo it, when you oversay and you say things you shouldn't. Asmongold got banned for, I think, 2 weeks or something like that as well.
Yeah.
Advertisers were advertising on streams that were hate affiliated, that had religious connotations and things like that. It was bad. YouTube is Google, so Twitch is Amazon. Let me make sure I get that right.
Yes, you're right.
But they do collude, so we're going to talk about some collusion today, but they do moderate the similar way. They had some anti-Semitism come up, and the advertisers did not want to have their material tagged on to this person's stream. It blew up in their face. It went crazy. The election, went a certain way that didn't agree with a lot of point of views that were causing a lot of the hubbub. So let's say that,
and people are probably sick of the hubbub.
Oh yeah, they're sick of the
doubt.
Absolutely.
There's
so
that
they
element.
want a break. They probably just want,
they just want to enjoy their day and want to keep their day peaceful.
And it's the holidays.
It was a holiday. Yeah.
Kim brings up a couple of good points, and those are people definitely want to break. You're already about the holidays. I think the other thing is the big move to Canada that everybody's doing, which is go to blue sky, right?
Right.
That there's a big shift there, but and then you hit on it just a second ago too with the bots. Now there's apparently the big bot rings that have just about shut down overnight because they're scared of what's coming. You know, they knew they could run roughshod because they were probably being paid to by a lot of these people to be out there and promote this false narrative the last 4 years. So yeah, those bots have disappeared, and that's a significant. It shows you just how significant amount of traffic it is actually.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. And I would say you're not wrong in any way possible. It's happened across the board between Twitch. What I told you about was a specific incident dealing with politics, but did it have a mass effect? Yes, it did. I mean, what you're talking about happened to every YouTuber. There was a 90% loss in revenue for Twitch streamers.
Oh yeah.
Which also caused a whole bunch of revenue lost for advertisers. When advertisers start to think, hey, why am I advertising on Twitch? And I'm doing this on Twitch. I'm promoting this on Twitch. Where do we also advertise? Well, we also advertise on YouTube, or we follow this on Google or something like that. And do we support this rhetoric of whatever they're saying? And they say, well, you just no telling. It's the Wild West. There's no telling what the YouTuber streamer is going to say. There's no telling what the Twitch streamer is going to say or the audience. And so you have to be very careful where they stick their money. And then all of a sudden it's like, all the advertisers said, well, I want out of everything. I don't want to put money into any of this, and that's what it should feel like for you right now. And most of the other streamers, I think, because across the board, 90% is down. I mean, and that's a lot.
Because they were all fake.
A lot of them were fake. A ton of them were fake.
Yeah.
A lot of the Facebook stuff that you saw on your phone, a lot of that last year was political, or the last election was political injection.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think, the honeymoon's over.
Right.
Like people are kind of over social media for the most part. I think like me, let's say Facebook, for example, like I want to keep in touch with family and stuff which is originally why a lot of us got into it, was to keep up with some friends and family, and it just kind of snowballed into other things. But I think that's the reason I just kind of hold on to them. And like I said, I post for the show, and that's it. I really don't post much else. And I think a lot of people are kind of over it.
Yep.
Social media.
Yep. Yeah, we are definitely seeing a turn in newsprint media. What newsprint is left? Media, television, movies. You're seeing a heavy turn of people voting with their wallets. Man, we've been seeing it for a couple of years. And it's not just, and I'm going to say it because she hates when I say it, but I'm going to say it. It's not just the anti-woke crowd. It is everybody. When you see the election results and you go, blanket response to the bulk of this is, we don't want it anymore.
Right.
We're not pulling our wallet out to pay for this anymore. You need to get a grip. This is what's happening. You need to change your tune and change. I think, and I hate to say this too, but ABC's The View, which is Disney affiliated, they're saying backlash like you wouldn't believe. This week.
It's crazy.
Their ratings are slapped down. I mean, they've been hit, and they're hurting hard. And there's a lot of the what do you call it? The guys that do the late night television hosts, they're taking a beating. It's all, the ratings are down. They don't want to see this. They don't want to go this route. So it is changing. The
landscape is changing.
Yeah, it is.
Doubt.
The world is changing at the moment. We're in flux. You can call it that.
That's best way to say it, and the best way to end that little discussion as well. And Joel, do you have that Wicked graphic up?
Yes.
Can you put up for me?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Let's see. This is the one from IMDb, and it's in the theater right now. It is doing well. Like I said, it's made some of its money back. I don't have this on audio take right now, but you'll see that you've got Cynthia Erivo is I think her name over here, and then this is of course Ariana Grande, and then we have Jeff Goldblum as well. I think plays the wizard. Like I said, we haven't seen it, so we are going to see it. I'm guessing. Are we going to see this?
Oh yeah. Ariana has a beautiful voice.
Does she? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is 8.1 out of 10. It's getting rated well.
Somebody likes it.
Yeah, somebody likes it. It is. It's not really targeting heterosexual men. It's for women, and then people love the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
So let me pull up the trailer on YouTube, and we'll take a look at.
And you did say that this was a musical, right?
It is. It is a musical, and you're going to get some of that musical right now. Hopefully, they won't, say it's bad. We're putting it in there, but it is doing well. Like I said, 10 million over its mark at the moment. That's a plus.
Yeah.
But it's targeting the right people. Let's pull up the volume.
This isn't Disney, right? Or is it?
No, this is Universal.
Okay, good.
You're green.
Yeah, why is she green? With envy?
Welcome, new students, to
Must be.
Shiz University. Miss Elphaba, you can room with Miss Galinda.
Oh, popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
Please, everyone take your seats. In today's Oz, a real sorcerer who possesses true magic has become all too rare.
Absolutely remarkable.
That was you who made all that happen. How did you do it?
I don't know. I've never known.
Shell Yow.
You, come with me.
Of course.
Not you. You. You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Galinda?
Oh, that was weird.
Ew! I know. It's my granny's. I'd give it away, but I don't hate anyone that much.
Hey.
You should join us tonight. And don't tell me you have
I
nothing
guess
to
they
wear.
got an obligatory fat chick in there.
Something has changed.
That killed the volume. It says volume on my screen. Sorry about that.
She doesn't give a
My
toot
bad.
what anyone thinks.
Something is not the same. Of course she does. She just pretends not to.
I think I just saw Neil Patrick Harris, but I'm not sure.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I'm not sure either.
Summons you to the Emerald
I'd have to look
City.
into more detail.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This
Yeah,
is a
you
moment.
notice the
I'm
cinematic point of view
Yes.
and how it's like a spared no expense. The
It's
CG
big.
is good.
Yeah, it feels big.
Yeah. The play itself, of course, is spectacular as well, and did very well. So the conversion to this, amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
Right.
Something bad is happening
the
in
great
Oz.
and powerful gold.
The
Hit
best
for
way
Universal.
to bring folks together is to
It
give
looks
them
cool.
real good.
I'll never get my wife to watch it with me.
Why?
She doesn't like musicals. I've been wanting her to watch Oliver with me for the last couple of weeks.
That's why I need you.
Don't let her get away.
I may have to
This
sneak this one
wicked
in by myself. Poppies. I bet they're not poppies in this.
Don't be afraid.
The one thing I did know about it was how incredibly thin these two ladies got.
Yeah.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Nice, wicked, cool man. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yep. Not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad. Not bad.
I want to watch it.
See?
Yeah, it
I
looks
mean,
like you'll be taking her to the theater soon.
Right. Yeah. It's, it's hitting its target audience. Is what I'm trying to tell you. And
Yeah.
I'm not it, but it's
Yeah,
okay. That's okay.
I'm-
But,
Yeah, I'm barely it.
right. Yeah. It is sci-fi fantasy. I mean,
Right.
it is the Wizard of Oz. And
I do
it
like
is,
musicals.
it is critically acclaimed. It's a huge musical in New York.
Yeah.
On Broadway. So I do think that what we're seeing here is a culmination of some collusion that you mentioned last week. And the wife was just at the grocery store earlier today.
Yeah.
She sends me a picture and,
Okay.
and I'm like, what is this? And she didn't, I don't think she realized it at the time, but
Well, I didn't know this movie was out
you
either.
see, she didn't know the
There you
movie.
go.
we were
yeah.
talking about witches and stuff.
Right.
the
So
other day.
she's in the checkout. She's in the checkout line, and she sees it to her right, and you see the magazines in the rack and everything. And she's like, "You're not gonna believe this. They have a History Channel magazine that you got to see." And so she snaps a picture and then and sends me a picture of it. And I look it up, and this is what it is. But it's basically a lot of what we're seeing. I mean, from and it goes back. I think for us, this goes back quite a ways. In the 70s, we, in Gen X time, we had Disney movies. So don't think this is new by any means.
Right.
But it was Escape from Witch Mountain. Was the Disney movie long ago. They redid it again with The Rock a little bit later, and I think that was the 90s, but since it's never ended. We've had stuff dating back that, was enjoyable by all, which was like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We had Willow. Right. But men watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer and were fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Right.
Yeah. And I mean, had it had the other chick too in it. So, I mean, it's like,
right.
And Charmed.
Charmed, bro. I love the Charmed.
Yeah. That was
great.
Great.
God rest her soul. Shannon passed away not too long ago, but the original Charmed was amazing. And, and I think
they did reboot it.
Right. But it didn't get the kind of flack that we see with the DEI initiatives and the, the audience bashing and all this stuff. And the stuff you and I came from, we're okay with. It's like it's got a natural ability. It's not a forced thing a forced agenda.
We've always said that. That is, it's always, if they put it in there, it just felt natural.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and currently on TV right now, we have Dune. Right. And the Bene Gesserit witches. Where I do think it's probably going to be about the witches. And that's fine. Because for you and I, for Sean and I, who know about the Dune universe, it's okay. And we're okay with it, and I think Sean's pretty passionate about it. It's meant to be there. You need to kind of be okay with the Bene Gesserit witches. They were supposed to be there. However, it's how they treat the other characters that really matters. This is why Buffy was such a big hit. It's how you treat those other characters, that kind of thing. And if you treat them,
you give them a role,
right? And you're not telling them how to be, and you're not forcing something on them. You get it? You allow,
or making them stupid.
Let's take it back to the early 90s. You go, you have to let Angel be Angel in the Buffy the Vampire story, and then you get that romance. You have to allow it to occur.
Who doesn't love a romance?
Well, a lot of people don't.
I mean, apparently a lot of people, it seems like.
A lot of people don't want to see it.
At least between straight people.
Well, that's the difference between our generation. By the way, Kim is also Gen X. So we our generation enjoys that and enjoys the whole encompassing of the relationship and that kind of thing. And now we're getting forced diversity. So it's a different animal. And Wicked kind of strays into it a little, but its target is not like Star Wars when we watch The Acolyte, which also had witches.
Yes.
You get the idea?
So, a lot of witching going on.
Oh, there's a whole lot of witch shows happening. You don't think about it, but it's happening. But the Acolyte felt like it was a force.
Yeah.
Not to be punny, because it's Star Wars. The Force. Yeah, it's not, and they didn't call it the Force, they called it the threat. You get the idea. So but yeah, it's one of those things. Forced diversity being forced upon people is how we're having so many failures between all of these male dominated sci-fi properties like Star Wars and like Doctor Who.
But I don't think this movie's going to fail at all. I
don't think Wicked will fail.
No, it's not.
It's target audience. I think it's got connecting dialogue, and I haven't even seen it. And I'm telling you, I think it hits the mark because it's made its money already. It's like Thanksgiving week. It's actually doing well, and
you know what you're going to get. I mean,
right.
The surrounding gaze surrounding the Wizard of Oz is as old as time. They're friends of Dorothy, for Christ's sake.
Right.
I mean, full stop. Boom. I don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, right. True. I mean, you're not wrong, man. It's fine, and I think the show will be fine. I don't think there's a problem with it at all. But my point was
Dune, however, right?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Dune this week it's more of the witch story and less of what's going on around it. And we had some.
But if they do it well, then it'll.
Agreed. Yes,
It remains to be seen.
where you
Yeah.
start to forgive when the dialogue connects and you see
If it's good writing,
good writing.
Yeah.
That's a C.
And,
Dialogue connects. The what? You got to talk over here.
Oh, sorry. And,
Yeah.
And the way it looks on TV, and
Right. Yes, that's if the scenes are cinematic.
Yes.
And so you have some kind of splendor and awe.
Yeah.
Right. Then you're into it. You're like, oh, show me some more. That you can be forgiving of some of the faux pas of, wow, please don't bash everybody so hard. We'd like to see more about your political agenda. This kind of thing. We want to see some, something in depth. And
I don't really see a lot of that as like y'all do.
Right.
I just like to watch things, and
enjoy them.
Yeah.
Right. But it's
Yeah,
hard.
I
It's
think
hard
we
to
just
do.
became sensitive to it over time. It's not like it happened overnight for us. It's just like, you're watching TV for 10 years, and then the next thing you know, you realize everybody in a commercial is in an interracial relationship, and it's like, wait, what?
Right.
Since when did that happen? Since when is everybody on the planet now represented by interracial relationships? That's just an example. I'm saying it's just the kind of things that, like, over time you start to realize that you're not in the world that you were watching anymore, and things have changed.
Right. Absolutely.
They do go a little overboard on some
It's a
things.
little overboard. Right.
And see, for us, because we're men, and it's always been a man's world, or so we've been told, right? And it is that way. They say till this day, we are like the last thing that people want to cater to anymore. So,
right. Which is, it's like
it's hard not to notice that.
But you unfortunately, this is like a Star Wars property. If you jump into a 90% or better male oriented genre, and then you fire off witches and forced diversity and what feels like forced diversity, even if you were trying for diversity, then you end up with a really bad show or a really bad movie or a really bad statement. It just doesn't. It falls flat. It doesn't land.
A la Acolyte.
Oh Lord, yeah. But
which, we speculated last week about how it's weird that the Dune prophecy first episode had the mention of an Acolyte too and witches, and then Acolyte had the witches, and it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Are people like going to a meeting there in Hollywood, the Writers Guild? It's like this huge meeting they have, and they get together and like figure out what they're going to try and, what message they're trying to put across to us. That's what I start to wonder when I see stuff like that. Cause coincidences do not exist in my world. I believe they do not exist.
Yeah, there is collusion, I think, but a couple of years back, there was a movie, Roald Dahl. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's The Witches. It had Anne Hathaway. You've had, this is what I was trying to tell you. You've had a witch in societal entertainment as long as I can remember.
Right.
Since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been there. It's whether you think they just keep trying.
Like
It's
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right?
Oh Lord, yeah, the Netflix show.
That.
Yeah.
You watched another one, and I can't remember the name. I'm going to look it up now. But
you say the Netflix show, but then there was the old one, from way back in the day in the 90s.
Sabrina.
The Teenage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then there was a Salem show on WGN like 7 or 8 years ago too that they had. So it's like it's almost like as if there is never not some kind of witch show on TV.
Motherland.
Weird.
Was that what it was called?
Yeah, Motherland.
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 So, yeah, if you haven't seen Motherland, the wife watched that one, and it was. You said it. Well, I remember at the time.
I enjoyed it in the beginning. And then it just went downhill.
Where did it go?
Yeah.
What was wrong? Was it because you told me back then it was like less than a CW show?
Yeah, it got lame
really quick.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I can show you a piece of that.
It's down to the writing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a swing and a miss as much as it is a swing and a hit. Motherland. So you can punch up witches TV shows. Let me see if I can get this one to come up.
That girl looks familiar. That blonde girl.
Here it
Fort
is.
Salem.
Motherland, Fort Salem. This is
I think I've seen some of that. Yeah, I was kind of
But if you notice, this is on Hulu, and this was that's Disney. So
oh yeah, this was really good starting
keeps
out.
Trying, yeah.
I remember being kind of into this at first, and then it went to shit.
Right. So it's not that they haven't done it over and over. It's just the collusion may seem like collusion, but I think it's just societal. Because here's my wife going to the grocery store and seeing, the History Channel magazine cover of witches and what are witches doing and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Gladiator 2 right now is not doing well compared to Wicked. I think they're losing at the moment. And it is a movie that I think people just they weren't interested in. And people
nobody was asking for it.
Yeah. Right.
Not 20 years, 30 years after the fact or however long it is.
Right. And then Moana 2 is the Disney movie, and it is doing well, and that's fine, and there's no problem there. And they're doing a live action of Moana. With The Rock.
I wish they quit that stuff, man.
Yeah,
honestly.
But they're there, that the witch shows are there, and I just wanted to bring up a point with you and let you see it that it's not.
I like a good witch show.
Right. Yeah. Let me kick it back.
It just seems like it falls in with all the, we have a lot of Satanism going on in our media. It seems like in the last couple of years, more than normal. I mean, it's been around forever,
right?
Especially in the 80s with the hair bands and stuff like that, like Motley Crue using it, and Slipknot's used imagery and stuff at times, like with the multi-pointed stars and whatever.
Yeah, the pentagram.
Lately it's been just seems like in your face with everything. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a hidden agenda going on there, or it's just coincidence. But it ain't coincidence because there ain't no such thing.
Right. Well, you can see, this scored okay too. It got like a 7.3 out of 10 for this show.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You can see,
I forgot all about that show.
That's going to show the trailer for Gladiator. I don't know how Gladiator. I was trying to check and see how Gladiator was doing, but I don't know. This may not let me pull it up. So Wicked 8.1 out of 10. There it is, 6.9 out of 10. So it's not doing well comparatively, and the box office numbers are showing.
It looks really nice. I'll give it that.
Yeah, and
it's got some good stars in it. It's got a good star in it. The guy that was doing, obviously the character of Russell Crowe as a young dude did a spot on, impersonation of his voice, at least the little part that I saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's a spot on.
Yeah. But you tell me, man.
Washington.
Yeah, I know. You tell me, I mean, is it collusion, or have we been getting collusion on this topic, or should you just go ahead and just make a genre? Because we've had it, and a lot of it is from Disney. So from when I was a kid until now, it's just been over and over and over and over again. And it is hitting, and there are plenty of fans. We didn't even talk about Agatha All Along, which is a Marvel property, which is also Disney. which just went off the air.
Disney, I remember as a kid, Disney being accused of anti-Semitism back in the day. So like this has never, ever changed. Like there is some kind of, they're up to no good, I guess, man. I don't know. Ever since Walt's passed, man, it's just been whatever they can force upon the public. They're going to have their way with us.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
But that's all I got. I was just wanted to tell you that I don't know that it's collusion. It could be collusion, but it seems like we're being not really force fed. I mean, we are enjoying some of the shows, like the wife said, which is I enjoyed some of the shows, right?
Definitely.
No, you have to talk that way.
Oh, that way. Sorry.
No, not this way. That way.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Oh, but yeah, I mean, she and I, we watch something every night, and we enjoy some of these. They're great. They're fine. We've been enjoying Dune, right?
I enjoy it.
I see. So
we've been enjoying Penguin. Still haven't finished it yet.
I
We're
love
almost
Penguin.
there.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You hear it?
It's been
That
pretty
is a
good.
great TV show.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him about the Penguin.
Oh, I don't know what,
No.
I don't have what to say, but it's amazing.
Did you enjoyed the finale too?
Oh, yeah.
It
yeah.
was
I think
I want
we're
12
7
more.
episodes in right now.
And,
right.
And they make you, oh, wait, I shouldn't say anything then.
Yeah.
No,
right.
I don't care about spoilers. You don't have to worry
Okay.
about it.
Well, I mean, I now I don't like him at the end, the Penguin.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you go from-
but I still like him, but I don't like him,
Right, right.
I still
Yeah.
want to see it, but oh, he made me so mad.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
see, I did what I shouldn't have done that I've been telling people not to do for a few months now anyway, and not prejudge. And I did. I prejudged that one. It's on one of our videos somewhere where I just took a huge shit on it. I didn't like the idea at all. And I thought it was going to be a movie too. I wasn't aware it was a series. But after seeing it, man, I mean, it's just like, I was very wrong. Very,
What's
very
the name
wrong.
of the actor that played the Penguin?
Colin
Farrell.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, and you
Oh,
can't
wow.
tell it's him
Tell-
at all. I
tell
did
Sean.
finally last night catch his eyes, and I was like, "Oh, I see him! I see him!"
Yeah, you
Just for a
see him?
second, I saw
Yeah,
him.
he is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If you're not
swear.
looking at
He is
his
a great
eyes,
actor.
Yeah. You.
I just love him.
I told
Considering
you
that he's got a thick Irish accent. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's really good.
his canter, the walk that he does
Right,
for
yeah.
the Penguin, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Colin. If you do catch wind of this, or one of your assistants catch wind of me saying this, I apologize. I did see an interview with him that said he detested and he hated the 4.5 hours for makeup and effects to put everything on. And I can tell you, they deserve every single award possible
Yeah. Oh,
for that.
definitely.
Because if they would have
Yeah.
gave him contacts, like really good contacts, you would know Colin was there anymore.
I know.
Not at all.
You'd have looked at it and went, "That dude is the Penguin."
And those
Yeah.
kids still make a movie
Oh yeah,
with
easily.
Penguin, with him as the
Yes,
Penguin.
yeah, I think this affected
a new Batman.
yeah,
it would be awesome.
he'd be awesome as Penguin.
Yeah,
and
I mean, he'd probably
absolutely.
steal the show, but I mean,
oh, I
God.
think he would too. Yeah, he
I bet
did.
it was hell for him to do that walk too, man. I imagine,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't want to do that for too many years because that would certainly hurt you down the line. I'm sure.
It would. But congratulations on all the success that show gets, because I think that is some of the most. DC doesn't have a lot going for it
No, it doesn't.
at the moment, and Superman's due out real soon. And by the way, it went to I will warn you, the new Superman movie went to a test screening this week, and the people did not like it.
Oh,
boy.
that's sad.
And that
I
also
We'll
love
be hearing
some
about that
Superman.
soon. Then
Yeah, you'll see info on that real soon. And then of course the Captain America movie, which has had 2 reshoots
never
plus some
ends.
additional, had a test screening this week, and
another one. That's the 6th one.
It did, and they also did not like the
Wow.
movie
Jeez, they're never
again.
gonna- They need to just do this with what they did with the that one Batman movie and just shelf it, man.
Yeah, well, that you're
Just
talking
shelf
about.
it.
There was a Bat. I'm going to say Batwoman, but Batgirl. I think it was Batgirl.
Yeah,
I
it was
believe.
Batgirl. I don't know why I said Batman. Yeah,
But
they
they-
just need to shelve it.
Warner Brothers just canned it. They
Yeah.
had bulk of the movie done,
Really?
and they just
Yeah.
they punched it.
I think
and
it
they
did.
said, "We're
I
not
think
doing
it's
it."
completely done, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
whole
Who
movie.
played Who did the back?
Unknown. You wouldn't
I don't
know.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, this has
sometimes
happened like
unknowns are
a
good,
handful of times over history, and but it does happen. They'll take the tax write off on it.
Yep, they did. They finished the whole movie, did everything,
That's sad.
and then took a tax write off.
Yeah, and it'll probably never see the light of day unless
No.
somebody just happens to somehow get it out there,
Oh,
which
who
is
knows?
not it's not impossible, I don't guess, unless they just destroyed it. But I doubt they did that.
Right. But that's it, man. That's all I got for you.
Yeah,
you
that was
want
good
to tell
stuff.
Sean anything else?
Hey, I enjoyed being on the show.
See,
y'all.
there you go.
You were great.
Sorry, I
I'm so
didn't
glad
talk
you came
much.
on.
But look, I can only have so much male perspective for Wicked, which is not for me, and Sean can only have so much. And
So
we
true.
both admitted certain ways that when we talk about something, it would be like us talking about Barbie. I
Yeah.
would want to have you here if we're talking about Barbie, because
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
wouldn't have the first notion of where to go or what made you go twice. Tell me, why did you go twice to Barbie?
Well, I didn't have to go twice.
Why
I
did you go
didn't
twice? You
enjoy it
paid,
that
you
much.
paid for
Oh,
basically
really?
another ticket to
Well,
go.
I
So
went with
why-
my friend.
Okay, you went with your friend
'cause
first,
She
and
needed
then
to see it.
right, and then
And
what?
she didn't want to be by herself.
Oh well, this
Do
is
you want
just
to be
one of
able-
those
so
girl
that's-
things.
That was
I
cool.
get it.
It was a
thing,
girl
right?
thing.
And then you went
Yeah.
the other time with
Well, no, I went with my mom.
your mom first,
All
right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went with Tammy.
Oh yeah, her other friend. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it was basically, why couldn't you get them to go together once? You could just save yourself a trip.
I don't know.
You're the one that got screwed
Well,
on that.
she,
You
Well,
went
wait.
ahead
she
and buy
liked
two
it.
tickets.
She got to see a
No.
movie twice. She
I
liked.
might have went with them, and then I went again. I can't remember who I went.
You
with
paid
to
for
see.
more than one ticket. Yes or no?
She just
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
There you go. So
I
that's you
can't
want to know how
remember.
Barbie passes $1 million? Girl power.
There you go.
I mean,
And on that note, for sure.
goes away.
Girl
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for being here with us today. And again, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Joel, for coming back with us.
welcome.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see Kim again soon. Joel, we'll have you back next week if you will. And guys,
Thank you.
remember, as always, be excellent to each other. And Joel, Kim, and I will see you on the flip side.
Have a good one, everybody.
Be safe. Thanks, everyone.
See you guys. Yeah.